coming home to Big Mama's embrace, where the door's always open, where love has its place. We're family, we don't always agree, but we come back together. That's how it should be. Bring your cup of coffee or your favorite tea. Get ready for a chat. Let's share our dreams. With my hubby Richard and baby Sister Ned May, Sister Deborah by my side, it's a beautiful day. Official Jamie, a Scratch and Pete, we're never apart. Trish the Natural and Geeky Girl Journal, close to my heart. We're family, we don't always agree, but we come back together. That's how it should be. Bring your cup of coffee or your favorite tea. Get ready for a chat. Let's share our dreams. With Juba Chatterley from the UK, our family circle grows stronger every day. We laugh, we love, we sometimes disagree, but in this family, we find unity. We're family, we don't always agree, but we come back together. That's how it should be. Or bring your cup of coffee or your favorite tea. Get ready for a chat. Let's share our I am Betty J. Gathers. Welcome to my home. In this loving family, you'll never be alone.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, my mic is on. I hope so. It's on. I'm waiting for Rooted. He has not got here yet. Thank you so much for sharing me out. Everybody, thumbs up, thumbs up. This is my first day using Restream, so this is going to be a little bit different. I'm using the free version because I'm not on here as much as I used to be. But really, the prices aren't bad. They really aren't bad. So I was trying to check over on Instagram and see if he sent me a note, but he didn't. Maybe he just running a little late. But today we were going to talk about, 9 to 5 jobs, working for ourselves. I'm good with this, y'all. Rooted has just been laid off from his tenure job. So I say this would be a good time to talk about that because I am an expert of being fired, being laid off, and working for myself. I am an excellent person to ask that question, but talk about it. But as we're waiting for, and welcome everybody. Thanks so much for coming in. And first I wanted to talk about, we've been talking about shorts, and YouTube really that's the way they're going. Okay, long form still gonna be here. But just to let you know and get, hey, James Money, just to give you a heads up, TikTok. That's what I want to talk about. TikTok finna take us over, y'all. Because they have an app out there now that will transfer over all their stuff from TikTok to YouTube without having that TikTok on there. So it started now. So just know we gonna have a lot more competition. Yep, we gonna have. Hey, Trish, I'm waiting for Rooted, and he hasn't made it yet. I've been checking over in my inbox. I don't know. We may have to make Trish come up here. She like, yeah, right. She ain't got no. She probably at work today, but I'm sure he'll show up. He told me that he was coming. But let me get back to the shorts. I'm so. You know what? I have done YouTube lives, Jesus, lives for so long. I have experienced everything. I have experienced going offline. I've experienced people not showing up. I experienced oh my God, even the other time with the speaker, I kept losing my guests up and down. And so you just get used to everything. But let me get back to the shorts though. So just know, the new thing is 3 minute shorts. And also, Tuber Chat had talked about it the other night that if you do one for 3 minutes, it's going to show as a regular video until YouTube hurry up and get around to what they're supposed to do. They're a little slow in this, but I have some held up, so I'm saving them. They're still around the 15th. Between the 15th and the 30th, it should start some people are. I think the bigger short people already, is translating into that. So, and just know too, I don't know if Tuba Chat mentioned this, that even though you can do 3 minute shorts, you can only do a minute of YouTube music. That's it. Don't try to play around with it. Try to, come up with something. You can only use a minute of YouTube music on 3 minutes. Hey, Jacob, I was thinking about you. How's it going? And Dee, how's it going with you? Because Dee recently got laid off from her job. So, and that's what I had wanted to talk about. And I'm still checking my inbox to make sure that Rooted didn't try to contact me over there. But what you been up to, Jacob? But yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about since he hasn't showed up, a little bit about working a 9 to 5 job. And I even have long vlogs on that, videos, talking heads about working. I worked on the job for 15 years. I don't know if any of you anybody here work for themselves. I mean, totally work for yourself. Totally. Because I worked on my job for 15 years before I quit. And I know Rooted worked on his for 10 years. And I know a lot of people don't even, the younger people don't even work for 10 years. It's just usually less than that. But he worked 10 years before they, let him go. But I left my job by choice because I knew working a 9 to 5 for me, and I had 2 children, I had a mortgage, and I had a car note. So, I was just ready to go. And I'm not saying don't make plans. I kind of knew what I was going to do when I left, but everything wasn't in place for me to leave at the time that I did. But everything just tended to, fall into place. And how it started really with me leaving my 9 to 5 job was right at the end. What was it? Oh, my boss had called me in the office and he told me I was sales and service at the bank. So I sold stuff. And good salesperson too, y'all. I must give it to myself. So he called me in the office and he told me the raise he was going to give me. And I was looking on the paper and I knew I could get a higher amount. And I told him I wanted that amount. And he told me I couldn't have it. So I say, well, I got to go. I'm like, where the words came from? So that's what set the ball in motion. So after we left the office, of course, I got the lesser money. And then it was about, no, I went on my vacation because we could get 4 weeks of vacation. I went on vacation. I never took 4 weeks together. I only took one, 1 or 2. And the other problem was I would take it around the holiday time. So he told me I couldn't take it around the holiday time anymore because the newer people, they had to, get holiday time sometime. Like, I've been here for 15 years. Why I can't have it when I thought we had seniority? But anyway, I took all 4 weeks together. And when I came back, he called me in the office. He said, have you decided when you're going to leave? Because um, you, you know, somebody's got to be trained for your position. And this was on a Friday. I never forget it. And I said, I'll let you know on Monday what I'm going to do. So that Sunday, I decided to write my letter of resignation for 2 weeks. And I was like, and I didn't know how everything was going to fall together. I honestly didn't. Like I say, I was a single mom, a mortgage, and a car payment. And I knew most businesses failed the first year. I did know that. So, and that's what I said. I took the knowledge, wherever you're working at, take the knowledge from there, because I took the knowledge from the bank that I know how most businesses fail. I knew, about, saving your money at the good times or the bad times. But I knew I didn't want to work for anybody else. I knew that. So I always tell people, if you're working a 9 to 5 job and you really, really want to leave, I always say you will never be ready. You will never, ever be ready. Okay? There's always, I call the leap of faith. It's that little bitty, I always call that little bitty space. And you're going to have that little opening, but you're going to have that faith to jump over. And it's scary too. It is really scary. Let me go down. I was okay. D, there's still only a minute here. They still are. You just go do 3 minutes or a minute or longer, and it'll show up as a regular video. But once YouTube gets ready, it'll be around the 15. Then they'll just take them and they'll make them short. But make sure they're horizontal. Okay, up and down. Can't be sideways. It got to be up and down. And then they'll make them shorts. Okay, so they're still here. They're just behind. They've been a little slow. Tuba Chat said, I'm a behind. The music situation for shorts is unbelievable. Yeah, I still have epidemic sounds. So I said, we all love YouTube music. I love YouTube music. But epidemic sounds, if this longer than a minute, if it's a minute, I'm still going to use YouTube music. If it's a minute or longer, or we use Tuba Chat music, or a minute or longer, then I'll use other music. I won't use theirs. And a lot of times I don't use music because of my talking heads. Sometimes I'll use music with that. But yeah, that's the only thing is, and I honestly think YouTube kind of dropped the ball, that they should have been ready. I really do. I think they should have been ready, but they got so much going on the back end. Believe me, YouTube got a lot. Y'all will not believe that. I just talk. I just talk. He. I don't know if she's talking to me. I'm a little bit behind. Let's see. Let me make sure. Okay, I just talk. Okay. Let me go back. I still don't know what happened to Rudy, but wait. Thanks everybody for being here. I'm so happy that you're here. And I just love doing my lives once a week. I really sincerely do love doing my lives once a week. But let's get back to the work part. So once I gave them the 2 weeks notice, I'm talking about when I left my job, and knew that I didn't want to work there. I didn't for years. I did not want to. I wanted to stop working there, and I wanted to work for myself. So what I did after I left, oh, let me tell you, I didn't have no money. I forgot about that part. I didn't have no money. So my best friend, her cousin, she got 4 grand from her from me. And her cousin was saying, "You sure she gonna pay back the money?" Because I was waiting for my money from the bank, and I wasn't gonna get that until December. So I must have left by September or something like that. And she ended up loaning me 4 grand, and I paid her back before I promised. So and everything. Then I started watching kids. I'm gonna tell you, everything goes in a circle, y'all. You won't believe. I never knew where this step of leap of faith was gonna take me, because I end up keeping kids. I kept kids for about 5 years, 6, 7 years, 5 years, 6, 7 years. And I was the best daycare provider. I had even went to college to get some classes so I could teach my kids at my home up to pre-K. So they call my home the Gold Seal home. So I always say, do the best of your best with whatever you do. And then after that, okay, I'm trying to see. No, wait a minute. No music I meant in my shorts. Okay, yeah, because the majority of mine don't. Hey, Scratch and Pete, how you doing? We're just talking about all my old people. They know about me leaving my job. But I think the best part is it took me in full circle to something I loved, because the children was just a stepping stone. And I'm gonna tell you what happened. I always loved pregnant women. Hey, living my best life at 60. You sure you don't want to come up here with me? I don't know what happened to Rooted. I don't, I keep checking my inbox, and I don't see anything from him, so I don't know if he's running late. But let me see what Trish said about this. Living my best life at 60. I've been watching you up in the clouds, just to let you know, up in the clouds. I see you. You got a lot of people on your show. I see you. That's why I say a lot of people are up in the clouds, and you never know who's watching you. Never know, never know, never know. Okay. Trish says, I agree. If you want to work for yourself, you should go. Thank you, everybody, for being here and take that leap. I always have said I wanted to work for myself. You have, but I never took the leap. I started in corporate and got stuck. And that's what I did. I stayed on the same job for 15 years. But there is, hey, VS, how you doing? I've been thinking about you too. And we're just talking about, working for ourselves, and how I got there. Like, I left the bank after 15 years. Then I did daycare. A lot of people don't know that, for about 5 years, might have been longer. And then I always loved pregnant women. That has just always been my, I don't know. That's why I say you're born. I had to be born with it, because even my college paper, I wrote that I always loved procreation. Always have loved procreation and being pregnant. And I always say, if I didn't have a baby, I don't know. That's why I know how women that didn't have kids really feel. I do, because I know. But I watched, get this, a Canadian lady. It was on God, on TV. Baby stories it used to have years and years ago. And I seen this Canadian woman, and she was a doula. She was sitting in this laboring woman's room, and she was comforting her. And I said, I can do that. I And let me tell you, when things are meant for you, it's gonna fall in place. And I end up finding what I needed to do to become one. Classes was far and in between. And I found, and I still talk to her now. Her name's Candy. And she is the one that I went to her home. And what she do is, I say they can't even really train you to be a doula. That's a doula, a person that comfort a mom in labor. They go to doctor appointments, some of them, some don't. I did. After you have the baby, postpartum doula, we help the mom. Okay, it's just a woman helping another woman. And all of it fell in place. And then once I got that little training, then I became a childbirth educator. I was certified in everything. Whatever I get, I'm certified. Okay. And let me tell you, I could teach. When you're good at something, when you're good at something, you get cocky. Okay. I was good at being a childbirth educator. I was good at being a labor doula. And I did that until I retired. Yep, sure did. I did that. Oh yeah, living my yeah, that's telling your age, girl. That is telling your age. But my husband used to he said he was so glad when I got in being a doula because I stopped watching the birthing stories. But let me tell you, a little about being a doula. I know everybody. Hey, Bud Files, I seen you last night. Seen y'all. That's why I tell people you don't know who be watching y'all. I seen it. I sure did. Seen your son. I seen everything. mm. The Bud Files have been around forever. We're the OGs of Tuba Chat. We're the OGs of Tuba Chat. But when you find something you love to do, it don't feel like work. It does not feel like work. And what's so neat was these women I got to know, and I still talk to some of these women that I sat in their labor rooms. Some had babies like that, some was hours and hours, but I loved it. I loved it. The only thing I hated was my telephone. I hated my phone because it rung all the time, and then I had to take it when I went to whenever I went out to eat, no matter what, that phone had to stay on my hip, and I had to be ready to go. Okay, so but I love the birthing process. I never got tired of that. Even if somebody called me today, if they pay me, even if they call me today. I would do a birth. I would do it in a heartbeat. I love it. That's just something I'm going to love. But I did have to stop because of the phone. I didn't have a life after a while, so yeah. But I still talk to some of the women. I sure do. Yep. I don't know what happened to Rooted, but I know that I sent him the I'm trying to double check. Just bear with me. 3 minutes ago, he seen it. Wait a minute. He seen it an hour ago. And he isn't in my chat, I don't think. Okay. I'm gonna take a leap of faith of this. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send him another. Hold on. I'm gonna send him another just in case, because the other one was farther up. So I'm just sending that. So I don't know, and this is the first time. I hope I'm not messing up on my live and not, seeing him down somewhere, but I should see him down somewhere. Olivia is my new dog, everybody. She is amazing. She's over there asleep now. She is really good. She is amazing. She'll be 5 months next week, so she's still a baby, but we've had our moments. If anybody thinking about getting a puppy, talk to me. DM me on Instagram. But you know what? She has a phenomenal personality. That's why I got her, because she's really laid back. But she has her moment as a puppy, but she's gonna be an amazing dog. And oh, another thing too. I don't know how y'all do indoor pads with dogs. I can't do that. Hey, Wally's World, how you doing? I can't do indoor pads. I'm sure. I don't know what VS does, but I can't. I know people that stay in apartments. I can't. I can't do doggy pads. I can't. I can't. I can't do doggy pads at all. So yeah, but It is. It's a leap of faith. Maybe it'll work when you leave a job. Maybe it won't. But if I always know everything just fell into place. Bloop, 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 bloop. For me being a doula, and then me be somebody training me, let me look at them while they shadow them while they teach childbirth education. Oh my God, everything just fell into place. She would let me teach her class. I would freeze up. Then she would, take over. And then I finally just got good at it. I finally got really good at it. It's just like with YouTube, y'all. I've been doing shorts for 320 some plus days now. I want to do it for 365. I'm going to do it for a year and then I'm going to celebrate. I am going to celebrate it. I am going to when that 365 days, I am going to do a party. And I learned so much from, doing shorts daily till it got me to thinking, do I want to do a video for 30 days straight? It's on my mind. But see, the only thing is when I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. That's the only thing. That's what I won't say. But I've been thinking about that, Trish. I really have been thinking about doing a video for 30 straight days, just a whole month. Or if I do it in December, then I only have to do it 24 days or 25 days, the day of Christmas. But maybe in January. But I've been thinking about it. But we're going to wait after this 300 because I'm telling you, I gained so much from doing shorts daily. Anybody else do shorts daily? Some people doing 2 and 3 shorts a day. 2 and 3. And let me tell you, when the hurricane came, I was doing shorts in the dark, y'all. I was doing shorts in the dark. If you really look at my shorts around the hurricane time to this week, you'll see I don't look the same. I admit it. I could see myself. You could tell that there was a difference, that something was going on, that stressful part of it. Because I stay in Florida, y'all. As most of you know, we went through 2 hurricanes. I had Hurricane Elaine. I'm in Tampa Bay area. It flooded out people. But my house sit on a hill I always talk about. And I'm 40 feet above sea level. So if I flood out, I tell everybody I just need to pray to my God because ain't no use to going nowhere else. So some people got flooded out twice. Y'all. Let's see what D's saying. It was God's gift that I got. Yes, I tell people, when you are terminated, that is a blessing. I got fired. I cried and I said, I never cry again. That was off my first banking job. I end up getting a better banking job than that one. That's why I knew stepping stones. My job was better than the first one. Okay. So it's a blessing. Yes, for sure. Taking them to court. Yes, get some more money. And she said, since I've been terminated, now dial next. And you know what? It just opens a new door. And I tell people, I never forget, I had this, I wish I still had, it was a page. Now that you open the door, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Let's see. It was God's gift that I got terminated. Okay, I already did that one. Okay, I thought it was another one. Okay, D. It's a blessing, and you're going to see. Yes, party at 365. Yes, we're going to party when I do that for a straight year. But what I want to say that I learned so much on my computer. I learned so much on the back end of YouTube. I learned so much of stuff that YouTube do on the back end. I'm telling you, I get so much stuff from YouTube. I can't keep up. I was trying to keep up this morning of different stuff to go here, different stuff to go there. And to back it up, when I had told somebody that I was going to do my shorts for 365 days, and they was telling me I couldn't come up with the ideas, for those. And when you tell me something like that, it makes me more determined. it makes me it makes me more determined. And a lot of people ask, where you get your ideas from? I'm gonna tell you, I really do not look at other people's shorts. I really don't, to get motivational ideas. They just drop out my head. They drop, even the one that I did yesterday about the hanging shad, that just comes to my mind. And I don't even have to write it down. I just say it. I might have to tape it a couple of times. That's the only thing too with shorts. I would just, do it the first time and let it go. Now it's like I start picking out stuff, and now I edit it a lot more. But that's what happens. Hey, in your what I want to say, in your Instagram, I put the um I put the link in there. Did you see it? I just put it in there. I had it in there before, but I wasn't sure if you were gonna be able to see it or not. Let me know if you're still coming up, or if you can't, then and that's one thing I tell people, I always understand. I know he has a son, little son, and I know, he has a husband and everything, and I know, how that can be. So just let me know, Rooted, if you can come up. Let's see. I'm going back over here to see if you saw it. Okay, I'm back. So I'm just waiting to see what he's gonna say. So let me know, Rooted, if you see it. Uh and your shorts. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about that today, okay? About the Trump thing. So if anybody's trying to get it started, then you need to do it on your live, really, because I don't want to take us down a deep hole. I really don't. So, and hey, you two, were you? Uh, this is the first time that I've seen you here. So, yeah. But yeah, we're talking about 9 to 5s. We're talking about working for ourselves. Said sometimes we can be terminated, and it can be, a blessing for sure. So, in this world, I'll be 69 this year. One thing I can say is things always change no matter what. No matter what, no matter how bad you think it's going to be, sometimes it never even turn out that way. Okay? We're still living. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. And Rooted, let me know what you're going to do. Are you going to stay in the chat? Is that what you're going to do? Let me know what you're going to do. And then I won't be bouncing back and forth to Instagram. Uh-oh, and I even cut off Instagram. So just let me know what you're gonna do. But yeah, and that's why I say with Rooted, when I first heard about him, hey ho, hey girl, how you doing? Thank you so much for asking, about me and the storm. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart that you kept up with me, and everybody in the chat that really kept up with me and asked how I was doing with the storm, because it was uh-oh, what that's at? Can somebody tell me he waiting in the background? Oh Lord. I'm on Restream. Can anybody help a sister out? Can you see me Rooted? I don't even know where my person at. Oh God. Rooted, where is it? Can somebody tell me Restream? Oh God. Where is it at, Rooted? I'm in the background. Wait. Oh God. Should I see you? Oh God. I don't. Can somebody tell me, right? I'm on Restream and I don't see him. Wait a minute. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Ah, I found it. I found
Hello.
it. It's my baby boy.
Hello, Auntie Betty.
You
How are
don't
you?
have me a niece.
Working on it, working on it.
And you know what? And I know you have a busy life with your baby and your home life. But Rudy, because we've been talking a little bit about, getting laid off and stuff, and you worked for 10 years and I was 15 years. So
Hmm.
how does it feel, because you have a routine of
Right.
going every day. So how is that feeling?
Right now it's a little strange because I still wake up at 5 in the morning. So, um, trying to get acclimated to this new schedule, it's a challenge. But I do feel somewhat of a relief from not
Mhm.
going to a 9 to 5
Yeah.
because now I can spend time with my family and
Yeah.
do other things. But then it's like I want to go to work. I've been used to working my entire life pretty much, and
Yeah.
I'm a very hard worker. So
Mhm.
not doing what I'm used to is just it's a change. It's a big change, and I'm just trying to get used to it.
Yeah. And and that's what I was just saying. Life is change. And
Hmm.
especially I always say at my age, I always say change is good.
Yes,
People don't like change.
right.
But let me tell you, what if I stop not doing the computer, not
Hmm.
paying my bills online, not texting? Do you know how far behind I would be?
Right.
Do you know? Lord, we got church Nelly in here. VS. Now, Church Nelly, I'm going to read this one. I ain't reading another one now. Okay? Not on this one. Lord, I need a bottle of tequila and a passport immediately. Y'all have to know Church Nelly, honey. Jesus, take the wheel, the hood, the dashboard, the door, the light.
The
Hey,
windshield
Church,
wipers.
yeah, better. Get to control your people. I just had to read that because Church Nelly is a mess. VS speaks royally. She talks about the royals, and that's what Church Nelly. Her people are woo child. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yep, they are a mess. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Dee said Dee just got terminated too, but she's taking her. The union's taking lawyers are taking hers to court, so she should get her a good lump sum.
Okay. I
I
thought
just
about going to court, but it
yeah.
wasn't worth it. Like that's too much time to be
And
wasting.
yeah, too much time, too much energy
Yeah.
when you could be, doing something. Really, I just
Right.
clocked up 16 years and terminated because she got hurt at the job and she just had a for
Oh.
years, but I said it's a blessing. That's why I tell people when I first got fired from my first job at the bank, I cried. And I always said in front of them, I always said, I promised myself I would never, ever do that again. And end up getting a better job down the street at a bank that I stayed 15 years with. You know, and I kind of learned from there. So I don't know where the fear came from of leaving. I know we all worry about money. I had two
Hmm.
children. Well, at that time I had one. And we got the bills and stuff. When
Right.
you're on your own, that's just the actuality. But I'm telling you, like you say, you spoke the words in the universe. I like that one.
Yeah.
You spoke words in the universe. You want to spend more time with your family.
Hmm. Yeah. I kept like I'd say the last 3 or 4 years, I just been telling my husband and myself like I want to do something different. I want to be here with the family, and I didn't see a way out of my job. I was like, I'm gonna stick with it until I retire.
Hmm.
But God heard me and was like, hey, now's the time. So we're gonna lay you off and see what you do with that. So
You spoke it. You
I
spoke
did
it.
speak it, and it's here, and now I got to figure out what am I gonna
You
do next.
will figure it. You will figure it out. I can promise you
Hmm.
that you will figure it out. And it's going to be better than what you think it's going to be. That's why I
Right.
tell people it took me in a full circle to something I loved.
Right.
Never even thinking I was going to get back round to that, but
Hmm.
it did. And sometimes the universe, like I say, sets it up.
Yep.
Because when he took me in that room and didn't give me that big, how long was you back there?
Like maybe 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking
8
it was
at the
longer.
most, but I
Yeah.
was sitting here like, can she see me? Instead, you could
Okay.
see
Yeah.
me,
But
and
now I
then you
know
were
where to
talking.
look. I had no idea where to look. But the universe set it up for me. I already knew I wanted to go, but when he wouldn't give me the bigger amount, and I was a darn good employee, I was a sales
Hmm.
and service and was the highest, whatever.
Hmm.
Then I'm like, I gotta go. And I'm saying to myself, I know I just didn't say that. I know you didn't say that, girl. You ain't got no money. I ain't had no money. I had no money in the savings. I have nothing.
Well, luckily, I've been saving, but I didn't see this coming. I was definitely blindsided by it. So, um, when they laid me off, it was the same day. It wasn't like, oh, you got 2 weeks, and then here.
Yeah,
It was like, today's your last day. Here's your severance package. It was not what I was expecting.
yeah,
After 10 years, they were only trying to give me
yeah.
$6,000. And I
That's
was like,
about it.
oh. And
Yeah,
then they said my health insurance was going to get cut
yeah.
off at the end of the month. And I did have other options. So I could stay with the company, but I would
Mhm.
have to go to another state. So Texas or Chicago. And I was like, well, I have a family to take care of. I can't
Yeah.
just be up and leaving. And then it wasn't even a guaranteed, it was only for
Yeah.
30 days. And then it was to see if I was a good fit for that account, or if they were a good fit for me. So I was like, I'm not doing that for a temporary 30 days just to see. Like, that's only prolonging the job for 30 days. I'm
Yeah.
not with it. So,
Yeah. But it does. I tell everybody, change is good.
yeah.
Change is
It's
always.
not what we want, but
Yeah, it's not what you want at that time. And you
yep.
can't see, because I can really
Hmm.
see where it was. All I know, I wanted out. So, but I couldn't see as far as I could throw.
Right.
But I remember that one girl told me she was in business for herself. And this was just a little bit before I went. And I said, I'm just not ready. And she was like, you will never be ready. She said,
Hmm.
you will never, if you working for waiting for the perfect time, you'll never be ready. You will
Right.
never be ready. So I just had to take that leap of faith and it worked. I'm sure some people, and whatever you learn, was you a cook? You were a cook,
I was
right?
a chef, so I had a staff of 13,
Yeah.
two supervisors, and 11 like cooks, dishwashers, all
Mhm.
underneath me. So, and then I did have 24 people underneath me, but they
Okay.
closed the other building
Okay.
back during the summer. So
Mhm.
then I only had one building to manage, and then this happened. We knew budget cuts were going to come because they lost so much money from last year. It was like millions of dollars. So we knew budget cuts were coming, and we were working on it. I even had two people quit on me. So I
Yeah.
was I was like revamping the schedule and everything. But then I walked in on October 21st, and they were like, "Today's your last day," and I was like,
Mhm.
"What?"
Mhm. And even to hear you say you worked for 10 years, because a lot of younger people, they may last like 5 years. And
Right.
that's a long. When you said 10, I'm like 10. I was impressed. Because, at my time, it was like 20, 25, 30 years,
Hmm.
whatever, and stay there till it's time to leave. But younger people always impress me. And I always say, sometimes people will say, you want to be young, but it's not. I just love, youthful people because they got fresh ideas, and they think differently and like they're in the summer of their lives. That's why I say
Hmm.
when you're 30, 35, 35, you should, if you're not having a good life by 35, I say shut it all down. Shut it down. When I hear people say they 35, 35 was the best level in my life, 35, 45, 55. Shoot, that was a good time. but summertime of their lives. So I just like to, because it's like a blur, really.
Mm-hmm.
If I could do it all over again, I would slow it down. Even with raising the boys, you're like, ooh, I can't wait till they're this age. I can't wait. I would
Mm-hmm.
slow it down. With your baby, he getting bigger and older. It's like
Yep.
in no time he'll be an adult.
Right.
I have a child. How old my oldest son? 45, and my
Oh,
youngest is 41. So I
okay.
mean, where did that time? It
Flew
just
by.
flew. It flew
Mm-hmm.
by. So time goes. But hey, Chrissy, how you doing? Big family expedition. She got a lot of boys, and she finally had one girl. And they redid a school bus what they're traveling around in. So I'm like, that's gonna be a noisy. Oh my God. But you know what? I can remember in the summertime of my life, because I'm in the wintertime, and my house was always noisy. With the boys, they'd run into
Mm-hmm.
they
Yep.
got their friends or blue. I
Yep.
said, Lord, I just want a quiet house.
And
I
you got
remember
one.
always, and I talked it into existence.
Mm-hmm. You got one now.
It's quiet. And I always tell people, because the way my house is divided up, really two families, well, I ain't gonna say families, but two people, different families could stay in. But because I got a whole room, whole bedroom, bathroom, living space, like right, the same thing on the only thing we would have to share is the kitchen. They have
Mm-hmm.
their own driveway in and out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I always tell people, you're welcome, but don't bring no children, please. You can stay in for free. I don't even care. Keep my house quiet, because it's a lot of, not only a lot of noise with kids, but just in your head, because
Mm-hmm.
you got so much going on at that time in your life, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But what I was going to say too, but you being a chef, like you was talking about cooking cakes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then you were saying I can't ship them out, because yes, you can. You need to read up on it. Yes,
um,
you can. You can. It's just something. I'm not saying do it, but just read up on it and
mm-hmm.
just see how people, do it.
I definitely will eventually ship
Yeah.
them. This is like the beginning stage of it, so I'm only starting in Colorado, but eventually I will branch out and start doing it in other states, because I've had a lot of people reach out and say, "Oh, you're not shipping them? It's only for
I
Colorado." I'm
know. I was there. I'm
like,
telling y'all, I'll be a lot around. I'm just not in. People think I was listening, but yeah, it's like all I can say, there's only good things to come. I keep telling people that when
mm-hmm.
you think you're at your lowest, then you rise above. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just the way, but be careful of the words that come out your mouth. That's all I
Yes.
can tell people, because it will come. I could if you're always talking about bad stuff, you're gonna get bad stuff. Is
Yep.
what
You
I
attract
tell
what you
people.
speak and think.
Yeah. And sometimes I forget that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
a normal human.
Right, because this morning when I woke up, we all know what's going on, but I woke up with that negative mindset. I was like,
Uh-huh.
change that, change it, change it,
Change it.
change it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
ain't doing that today.
And I didn't watch it at all. The only reason I knew the answer, because my sister texted to my phone.
Yeah.
I Because I found out whenever, and it didn't matter whichever way, because it's just gonna be a ball of mess. But
Mm-hmm.
I just try to keep as much. I know what's going on, but I try to keep out of it as much as I can. Is
Me too.
what I do,
Mm-hmm.
because it's gonna be a ride. It's
Right.
gonna be a ride.
It
But
definitely is.
yeah, but people my age, and that's why I say I think younger ones, that we have experienced so much, and really historian. I say, oh, I'm an historian, because we've been through so much. So I'm like, this is some
Mm,
things I already know,
right.
and it's always been there.
Right.
You know, it's just it was emboldened. That's all. That's
Right.
all. But it's always. And people say, and I've done videos on it too, me growing up as a Negro girl. And my sister was like, do you have to use that word? I say, that's what's on my birth certificate.
Yeah, it was on my mom's and my grandma's.
Yeah, it's on my birth certificate.
Hmm.
Girl, what you talking about? I can't change that birth certificate. But yeah, but we have seen so much. And like I say, in American society, this is what I'm going to say. No matter what color you are, you may think you're going to get away with it because you're of a different color. If you're poor, you're going to be lumped in all together.
Hmm.
It don't matter. If you're poor, that's just
Same
the
category.
bottom. Yeah, it's the same. It doesn't cross lines. You're in the same, you're in the same thing as me. But yeah, but life do go on.
It
Life
does.
goes on. And then I always say there are good people in this world. There really are. There's some nasty people, and then there's some really good people in this world. You just have to try to
Hmm.
find them.
Right. They hiding out there.
Yeah, they're hiding out there. But you know what? I don't know. Um, like where you stay, like more city. But I always wanted to move as I got older. My husband don't want to. That's the only reason we still here. Into like I know, right? In a small country. I want to move Central Florida,
Hmm.
Gainesville, and not in the city, but maybe 10 or 15 minutes out.
Okay.
And just have a nice piece of property where people aren't like have neighbors.
Right.
That's true neighbors, because I ain't got those right now. And I have thought about that. And usually when you think about stuff, it comes into your life one way or the other. But I've been thinking
Hmm.
about that for. Have you ever thought about moving and doing something different?
I have, and I do want to move further out. So we're not like in the city. We're more
Okay.
in the like suburbs.
Okay.
But we're probably like 30 minutes away from the city, and we want to move further out because the further you're out, I feel like it's the better. The
Yeah.
better you are.
Invite me then when you move out.
I definitely will. Have you
Invite.
ever been to Colorado?
No, I've never been to Colorado. Have I been to
Well,
Colorado?
today
No.
we got our first snowfall, so it's
Oh.
cold.
And I come in the summertime.
It's hot in the
But you
summer.
know what I tell everybody? If I went, I just wouldn't go outside because I am. Oh Lord, when it get cold, like I don't
Hmm.
want to go outside. That's the best part about being retired. If the weather's bad, you don't have to go nowhere. If you
Or
don't,
laid off.
I'll let. Oh, so do
I
you
ain't
have
gotta go
any plans?
nowhere.
Oh, let's talk about your watch house. Why even go in there? You've been working hard.
I've been working, and now
You've been
that
working
I have
hard.
more time, I can be more involved with other people's channels, but
Yeah.
also be involved with mine as well.
He been
So,
working hard, y'all. Thanks everybody for being here. Thumbs up, thumbs up. I got
hmm.
Rooted. I got his channel pinned up to the top. And he's all about health. And I'm telling you, I'm about it too. I've been saying this ever since I've been on YouTube, been trying to clean up, but I've really been really changing up that eating habit, and also really, the intermittent fasting, because if I don't take care of myself, and that's why I'm in such good health, because I started taking care of myself when I was young,
Hmm.
and even with exercising, I was a jogger. I jogged. That's all my children knew. I jogged to keep the weight off, but not knowing I had gave myself an insurance policy because it made my body healthier. And then when I got to this age, I don't have to go through what other people go through,
Hmm.
So
Yep.
that's why I say you're doing the right thing. And if anybody in the chat, I'm telling y'all, really get healthier, and go over to Rooted and Essential. He'll put you on the right road over
I sure will.
there.
I'll help you
He'll help.
out if you
I
have
know
questions. I love questions,
I
so
know he does too.
if I don't know the answer, I'll definitely do my research because that's more important is to do your own
Yeah,
research. you can't just take everyone's word for it.
Mm,
So
mm, mm, mm. And even when you go to the doctor, I know I had Geeky Girl, I think, over here on one time. And I tell people you really need to question them too. When they come
yep.
up with
Mm-hmm.
something, question them. If it's something you don't feel comfortable with, I say, then as I think you had said, go find another doctor and
Yep.
and see what they say, because it could be two different things. And if there's different, then you need to go find a third one. You might have to
Right.
pay for that yourself, because insurance only gonna pay for so much. And
Mm-hmm.
just see, how it kind of correlates together.
Right.
Because as I get older, some tests I'm just not gonna take. I told him he can't keep me alive forever. You cannot keep me alive forever. So, and I told him to write in his little notes, if anything happened to me, blame it on me. I said, I just took the pressure off you. And Trish saying, yes, Ruda, utilize some of that extra time to grow your channel.
Yes, yes, yes. And I am. You see a
Yeah,
lot more of me. I do at least 10 lives a week.
yeah. I'm telling you, when I was working on my hours with Warm Strong, we were on morning, noon, late night. He even got one. He probably
Mhm.
could put up. I was nine. It was like that. I was so tired. I'm like, and I was on his live, and I'm like, Warm Strong. I'm like, you could do 10 more minutes. You could. He told me you over there at 9. And it was so, he needed his watch hours and his subs. I had my watch hours and I just needed my sub, and he still got through it a week before me. And then I did mine that following week.
Okay.
So it was like we were neck and neck. Hey, Destination Fun. Destination Fun was down here in the storm too. I don't know what she did, but
Survived it.
survived. And another thing too is what I like to tell people. When we did go through those storms, it really got me to thinking how we really should be nice to everybody, because you don't know what people are going through.
Exactly.
I tell this to everybody: don't put that last little screw in somebody, because you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people, if you look at my last 10 shorts, I do not look like myself. I can see it. Probably Destination too, because she's pretty good at reading me. But I could tell just the way I look that something was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing I really wanted to say today. If you feel that you got to make a dig on somebody or be nasty and you can't say anything nice, let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Let it. You don't. And this week was even hard for me because somebody investor took side of my fence. I was
How'd that
already
happen?
tired from. He was just. I don't know what they was gonna do, but they were intending to do something. But I'm telling it, that was a mess, because the city will say it's a civic thing, a civil thing. Then they can't do anything. So that means I would have had to spend thousands of dollars, because he was just dismissive when I would talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it was from another country, because I could tell, their personalities a lot of time looks harsh, but they're not harsh. But
Right.
he still was dismissive. So I called around and called around. And I'm going to tell you how the universe worked. And I had lost a lot of sleep too. And I had wrote a letter. I told him he had stole. I literally put in there, you stole my fence. When are you going to put it back up? I say, because you left my home unsafe, and my dog I can't put outside. So I left it in the door. But as I am talking on the phone to somebody, I look out my window and I see a city truck. Herb got out the door, and then I explained to him he was really a chief inspector for plumbing, but the people wasn't around. So I showed him what happened, not thinking he could help me. So he went to the back, he looked, he said, come on back to the truck with me. And then I went back. He said, I'm gonna find your number. He said, oh, I'm gonna do you even better. He said, I'm gonna give you their number, and I'm gonna give you the name of their company.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna do. Because I had told him I was gonna call the police, thinking the police can't do nothing because it's civil, but I was gonna, place whatever you do on
Yeah.
a report. So he said, before you do that, he said, call. He said, explain what's going on and tell them if they do not do it, you're going to call the police, get you whatever, and do legals. Honey, it wasn't even an hour or two.
Here they come knocking.
Here they come knocking. And, and that's why I said this week was really hard because I already had two storms back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got this pressure. That's why I tell people, that's why I really thought about it. Because even with you out of work, say if somebody, and that's why I say people perceptions. Sometimes they get it all wrong. Say if you're out and you just got laid off and they say your name and you don't turn around because you're deep in thought of something. He didn't even try to talk to me. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I tell people. And I think too, with the way everything is set up automatically and we type stuff and we really don't see people's faces. That's why even on my channel, I really don't like people to have up avatars unless you got to go to the bathroom. Because I like to see eyes. I like to talk to people. I'm not against it on other people's channels, but I like that to see people eyes and faces of what they're going to do. I think Tuba Chat goes on today. Did I see 2:00 Scratching Pete? I think he goes on. I try to catch him. But when Tuba Chats, when I first started with them, we had a lot of people running playlists. I don't seem like it's much, maybe because I'm not in the phrase. That might be what it is. But
they're still doing it.
Yeah, they still do it, but it just don't seem like it's like a lot. I used to have every browser. I'll be honest, I don't want to run another playlist. I was so tired. I know people do need help, but I was just tired. So how long have you been doing YouTube?
I've been on YouTube it'll be 2 years in May.
Okay.
So we coming up on 2 years.
It was 3 years in September for me. And I'm telling you, I see so many changes from the beginning to now, So, because to me now, it was more about subs at one time. Now it's more about views.
Right. It's definitely changed and it evolves over time with
it does. That's what I tell everybody. It evolves because I could say, I got 3,000 people, but then I only got 15 people looking at my stuff.
Right. Yeah, I got like 1,300. I'm almost to 1,400, and I'm only getting like maybe 30 views, and I'm like, where is my people?
Yeah, what you say? Where my people at?
Right.
So sometimes too, people blame it on YouTube, like they ain't sending people, but sometimes your stuff just ain't good. You got to change it up. That's what I even say. But I'm talking about my own stuff because I haven't did a vlog in about a little over a month now. I know Kevin like, well, what happened to that? Because I can see when he goes over my channel, he kind of looks at that part right there because I'm not sure what I want to do with that part of it. Because shorts come easy to me.
Right.
They come.
Me too.
Yeah. They come easy. I don't have to think it. But the only thing now I'm critiquing it. So that's not good. Because I used to just, and some people doing 2 and 3 a day.
Yeah, that's me. I just put one up today. I'll put another one up around like noon or 1 o'clock.
And I told you because I'm doing the straight 365 days. And
what day is it for you?
320 something. I'm there. I know it's in the 20s. It ain't in the 30s yet. But another thing I wanted to talk about too, I think I said it earlier about what's the other platform? TikTok. They got an app out there. I talked about it earlier, where they can take all their stuff, put it in this app. The app will transfer it over to YouTube without that logo on there. So we gonna have a lot going on in a little bit, y'all.
And I don't even have TikTok.
But honey, some people got TikTok. That's gonna be heaven sent for them.
Right.
All they gotta do is load all that stuff in there and send it over. And that's when the competition. That's when the competition comes. What do you think about using AI?
I don't mind it when it comes to certain things, but I don't really use it. The only time I use AI is looking for like a title for my video or live, but like for my like videos and stuff, I don't really use the AI.
Okay. Kevin, I'm gonna have to look it up and then I'll send it to you because I know I got it in my email.
I'm gonna turn this light on because I look a little
Okay.
dark.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send it to you. It was just a live that I was on and the guy was talking. I know it they give it to you for 2 weeks free. I'll definitely send it to you. And then they were giving it to us like 90 days free. Yeah, that's what it was, 3 months. But usually I started doing TikTok, but that's probably gonna make me want to do it and then just, and do it. But it takes away it didn't say nothing about sending you stuff from YouTube. It just says taking your stuff from TikTok and sending it to YouTube.
Mhm.
So um but yeah, it's a lot going on, y'all.
Mhm.
On the back end, I keep talking about on the back end. That's why I say do your work, be consistent,
Mhm.
because you will be noticed one way or the other.
People are watching
People are watching.
all the time.
I could definitely say that people are watching, and just be careful even when what I want to say, when people are in your ear and they're trying to direct you, you listen, but they're trying to direct you where you really don't want to go. Then sometimes you take in what how they say, you take in what's needed and you toss out the rest of it.
Mhm.
So I've even learned that sometimes that people see you doing good.
Mhm.
That normal human thing is people don't they like to see you good, but they just don't want you to do better than them.
Right.
So, and that's
Yep.
kind of bad, but I have enough trying to keep up with my own stuff. I know a lot of people look at Social Blade. I know a lot of people, but I only look at Social Blade for me. I don't
What
go to
is that?
any. It's socialblade.com. It shows everything about your account. People, if they
Uh,
want to know about your account, what's going on, which a lot of people do, okay? If they're competitive, and it'll show how many your last video, it'll show um how many subs you got during the week, during the day, it'll show how many subs it shows everything.
is that free?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
have
they
to
have a
check
good
that out.
time with it. They could tell more than they can tell more. And I'm only interested, and that's one thing, I got to a point where I'm only interested in my numbers.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not interested in anybody else's. Don't care how many subs you got. I don't care how many whatever. When I go over the Social Blade, it's all about betting.
Yeah.
It's all. I got. If you got that much time to check up on somebody else's stuff, you got a problem.
Yeah, there's no reason for it to
They
check
do.
someone else's subs and all
They
that. Like,
do.
what is the point of
They
that?
do.
I want to
I asked
know what's
somebody
for
one
me.
time, well, why you do it? Because it's public. And you can't, some people try to take their stuff off, but they can't take it off because it's public. You
Hmm.
would have to go to the court to get it taken off. But a lot of people don't even know about it.
Yeah, I didn't until you said something.
Yeah, and it's kind of
Social
nice
Blade.
for, yeah, Social Blade. It's nice for when I look and I can kind of see, where I'm at all in one page.
Hmm.
And because YouTube Studios give it to you too, but at least you can see it all on one page.
Right.
What's going. A little time, sometimes they're behind too, though. A little
Okay.
bit, not a whole lot, but sometimes they are. But it's just a guiding tool for me, is
Hmm.
what it is. But I'm going on 4 years now. I'm like,
All right now.
4 years. I didn't have a monetization party because I just felt that it was just a start.
Hmm.
Now, When I do that 365 days of shorts, oh yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
gonna party.
Party.
We gonna
That's coming up too.
we gonna party. So how is the baby doing? You know, I always call him the baby.
Right, and he's a whole 6-year-old
He's a baby.
going on 7. Need a job.
You
Um,
don't
he's
need
he's
uh-uh.
doing good.
Yeah.
Um, he didn't have to go to school because we got like 6 inches of snow, so he is
Oh,
upstairs still asleep.
okay. It's like Canada. Tuba Chad Hunt and Kevin. Y'all ain't got no snow. They got blocks of ice. That's that ain't no snow. Oh my God, Rim, his name. I seen how he opened. I'm like, that is blocks of ice.
You ain't
I
going
don't want to
nowhere.
go there in the wintertime. But it's amazing because I know quite a few people in Canada. Because a lot of people in Canada really helped me with my channel.
Hmm.
Canada, Australia, and UK.
Okay.
Those three. UK too has really helped, even with the music, my intro music,
Hmm.
and even some other stuff. But yeah, they've been Americans. Yes, y'all have to. Okay. But it's just amazing how people all over the world, like Dee, always, she's always here for me and has been for years.
Hmm.
So, but yeah. So, what are your plans for today?
Today, stay inside.
Uh,
um, probably do something in a crock pot, cook something.
mm,
I was thinking like chili or something like that, maybe a pot
mm.
roast.
You know what I cooked yesterday was a big old piece of salmon. I like
Okay.
to pan sear it first, then put it in the oven.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the best way to do
I
it.
know, because I used to try to cook it. I was like, oh, I no sign. That's what my sister said. I said, because you ain't cooked it right yet.
Right.
That's what it is. But in fact, I got 2 pounds. Then I put the other pound in the freezer.
Hmm.
Um, but I cooked it yesterday, so that was good. And then you know what else I like to cook is like a little olive oil in the pan, just some onions chopped up, and then first, put in some like black beans, even if it's out the can, and
Hmm.
then mix in some rice. Mm.
Black beans and rice.
Oh, even black eyed peas. Black eyed peas my favorite though.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the first of the year.
Uh-huh. Black
Black.
eyed peas has ever since I was a child. What do you think your favorite meal was when you was a child? Small.
Um, we'll probably say spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Okay. My mom did not cook spaghetti until I was grown. She did it for my little brother and sister. We didn't have growing up, I can't remember us having spaghetti. Back in the day. We had, like home hard cooked meals.
Right. Stick
Even
to
in
your bone.
school, we had liver, mashed potatoes, and a vegetable. You know what I mean? It was like
Yeah.
different.
Right.
It's like it wasn't like, and people used to say, "Oh, I'm so sorry that you didn't get the Burger King or McDonald's or what." Don't be. We still had that stuff. We had little restaurants, barbecue
Hmm.
joints, hamburger, hot dogs. We had it, but families didn't have money. So what
Right.
you do when you don't have money, you cook meals.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you
Hmm.
don't miss something you don't have. You know what
Right.
I mean? That's what I tell people. I think the first fast food I had that I remember was Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Okay.
That was the first thing I remember. And then I think Burger King here and there. I don't think McDonald's, but I can't. We didn't do it. We didn't do it that much. We
Yeah, we didn't do too much fast food either.
and that was,
We
mhm.
couldn't afford it.
We were more healthier. We just didn't know.
Right. Right. Because you're cooking your own food, not
You're
eating
cooking.
all this process.
You're cooking your own food. And I can remember, okay, I'm bringing back slavery times, y'all. I can remember when they was cooking, say if they cook collard greens,
Hmm.
and the water of the greens they would pour off.
Hmm.
And the slaves would get that. And they wondered why they was getting stronger and stronger because all the nutrients was in that juice.
Hmm.
It was like
Yeah.
they were getting all the good nutrients and y'all was getting all the cooked stuff, even though it tasted good. They were always getting it and then sop it over some bread or something, and
Yep.
But I don't know. It just makes me think back, to so much as you get older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna. You know what? Before we leave, it is. You're gonna see. It's gonna work out
It is. I
better
know
than
it
you,
is.
better than you ever dreamed of. I'm telling you, when I left the bank, I would have never known, because the only career I felt was me working with pregnant women. And
Mm-hmm.
I never thought that I would, and that's something I always loved. Like I told you, college paper I wrote that I love procreation. If I worked with somebody that was pregnant, oh, they was my best friend. Other people would tell you, oh, she gonna be your best friend. It was just something about pregnant women.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I would be in that labor room with them, enjoyed every minute of it. And like I said, I would do if they paid me, because some people don't know how much a doula costs, because you're just you don't need me. Stuff
Right.
you don't need, you're gonna pay for. You
Right.
know. And I don't go down on the money funds either. If you can pay, you pay. If you can't, you can't. That's one thing about business too. That's what the bank taught me.
Mm-hmm.
When you get what you worth.
Yep. The price is the price.
That's right. The price. Don't break it down. I don't care if
Nope.
it's family, nothing, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm
Especially not
prepared.
family.
And that's why when I work with somebody and they'll say, I say, charge me what you charge what you charge your other people, because I've
Mm-hmm.
been in it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in it so long. Oh yeah, we call it pot liquor. Yep, I knew she was gonna say that, pot liquor. They used to feed it to the babies too.
Mm-hmm.
That. Oh, and then I remember, oh yeah, because I used to teach childbirth education at school too. And this teacher comes up and she says, because this baby had a chicken bone in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, oh my God, that's so dangerous. I say, girl, we was raised up like that. With them chicken bones. Them chicken bones. Guess what? They gag on it, they'll pull it out, they'll gonna do it again. Let's see. BS said, my nana called the green water pot liquor. Yep, we sure did. I remember that pot liquor was healthy too.
Yeah.
It really. But yeah, having those home cooked healthy meals, that's why a lot of us are so healthy. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't have all that junk food what my
Mm-hmm.
children had. They
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of cooked meals. But if I could scrap up some pennies, oh yeah, we was going. Keisha says, I've been in and out. Yeah, see, we be loving people in the bushes.
A lot of people in the
Yeah,
bushes. Come on now.
Keisha been doing a lot of shorts. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of yes, pot liquor is delicious. It is. It's delicious and healthy. Because that's where all the vitamins are
Right.
in that. So yeah. One time I was vegan for 2 years though. Fully
What?
vegan. My husband now to this day I wished I wouldn't have listened. 2 years, but it's a lot of work.
It
It's
is.
a lot. I have a Vitamix. I made my own macaroni and cheese. I made everything. Didn't have nothing in it. You hear me? And it tastes so good. The macaroni and cheese don't look yellow. It look brown.
What
But
turned
you
you
get
away
used
from it?
to it. But it took forever, to make stuff. And then,
Mm-hmm.
let's
What
see,
turned you away from it?
my husband. I really want to go back. Okay, in my household, I can say that we eat more fruits and vegetables than a typical American household.
Mm-hmm.
We do. If you see the big fruit salad we have every day, then the green salad every day, then you got your vegetables on top. So we do eat a lot, but then I don't like what's in between that. A
Right.
lot of times you throw in the junk.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a lot better, is what it is. And then Keisha talking about with pan fried cornbread. Yeah, my mom used to do
Mm-hmm.
that too. She used to- but I don't love to cook though. I don't love it.
I love it.
I don't. I don't. That's good. A Chinese meal. tea as a kid was a special occasion. I never had Chinese meal. I can't tell you the last time I had a Chinese meal. But special occasion, our restaurant would put our meals into a big pot. Then we would drive back to the farm and heat it up the stove. Yeah, ooh, girl, they call it takeaway shit in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good though. I can imagine the kids like, ooh, when it's special. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I tell you, thanks so much, Destination Fun. Yeah, she's been through it too, through them storms. Trying to get to the end. But it's I don't know what I'm gonna do today. The sun is out. Yay. Hope they put my fence back up today. I don't even want to think about that. But this too shall pass. That's what I
Yeah.
keep saying. This too. She said, now I know, right? Making you hungry for a snack. It is. But yeah, you got a lot of time now to think. And
Mm-hmm.
what else I want to say? Just, it's gonna hey Crystal. How you doing, Miss Crystal? She's a good friend of mine.
I know, Crystal.
You know,
Hello, hello.
Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I knew her first. I don't even know. So I'm gonna just say I knew her first is what it is. But yeah, I just want to say, today is a new day, a new
It is.
dawn, and we gonna all be all right.
Mm-hmm.
We are. We gonna all be all right. One, but you know what I say about poor people, and I'm gonna say it again. We gonna be all right. And no matter, and I even told Dee this. No matter what color you are, being poor, you're all in the same pot. You might not think you are, but you all treat you the same in that pot.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I don't have much to lose. That's what I tell people when you're poor. I'm grateful
Mm-hmm.
for what I have because I had a roof over my head, food. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just being grateful. That's another thing, being grateful. Love
Yes.
you too, Crystal. So I have Rooted, his channel is pinned up to the top. He's on a lot, y'all now. Okay.
Come on.
Because he's trying to figure out that work for yourself.
Yeah.
So that's let's see, Keisha talking about I love Chinese and all kind of Asian food. Indian, Thai, Vietnamese, yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, you making all us hungry. you making you making all of us hungry. But I'm so glad that because I was going through the fence thing when I asked you, because normally I don't ask on somebody's live. Usually I go to that's just that wasn't normal that day. And I said, God, I ain't got nobody. I said, I'm gonna ask. And when you said, I was like, oh, praise God, praise God.
Sure will. I sure will. Anytime. I got
What
time on my
thing
hands
you
now.
say? Because you go on what, 4:15? Is it 4:15 Eastern Standard Time?
Um
Every day,
yeah.
night?
For
Okay,
you it's 4:15.
4:15. See, I be looking.
Mm-hmm.
I be looking. That's why I tell a lot of people that they think people don't come to their channel sometimes. Sometimes I just don't want to drop down and talk.
Yeah.
Because once you drop down, it seems like with Tuba Chat, sometimes I'm looking at them and I'm like, I don't feel like talking. Because as soon as you get down, everybody like, hey, hey,
Yep.
hey.
Yep.
And first thing I'll do is thumbs up. Welcome everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Denise. Let's see what she says. Oh, I was going to ask you that. Do you play the guitar?
I do not. This is actually my mom's guitar, and she's had it since she was like 20, and my mom passed 2 years ago. So,
Mm.
this is in memory of my mom.
Yeah. What's the name of that guy? Rocky Mountain High.
Uh,
Denver, Colorado, too, is where he came from. I can't remember, but he played. I remember that. That's. I took lessons when I was younger and have two. Oh, okay, girl. I ain't tell you. I had a guitar, but I didn't know how to play it.
I
I,
can play the piano though.
oh, okay. I can't play
Mm-hmm.
any musical instrument. And then Dee says we have a new Japanese restaurant. All you can eat. Dee is in Australia. Amazing food. No sushi for me though. Do you like sushi?
I do. Not sushimi because sushimi is raw, but sushi is not raw. So
Yeah.
I will eat sushi, but not
What they
sushi.
call it? The California roll?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, John Denver. That's who he
yeah,
was.
that's his name.
John Denver. That's exactly who he was. I remember Rocky Mountain High. He would have those Christmas shows and stuff.
hmm
And see, y'all know years and years ago, Andy Williams show, the Osmonds, that's how they got started on the Andy Williams show. And then Jackson 5 rolled in to
hmm
ABC on Dick Clark. I still remember that. Can you imagine being a little kid on a black and white TV, you looking, and all of a sudden, where they come from?
Right.
Black and white TV. She said, every year goes too fast. Can you believe it? We're in November.
Yep. Year is over.
The year is over. How the Chinese calendar goes, starting January 2024, I'm already 69. I'm 69. They always start that first part of the year. They say that's when your year.
Oh.
So so January coming, I'll be 70. Not next December. Those calendars be right too. Them Chinese calendars, they be right. When people want boys and girls and people go by them calendars, they usually get what they
hmm
want. Mhm. She said I could use one person to sub, then I hit 1,300. Okay. Somebody in the chat, she only need one. Make sure you look at something because somebody came over. I'm not gonna say where they came over from, and it didn't stick. So you got to make sure that you look long enough for it to
hmm
stick. You know.
Always watch a video, leave a
Yeah.
comment, thumbs it
Yeah.
up.
Thumbs it up. Yeah. And just don't come and, some people think they can watch it short. I always
Yeah.
know those ain't going to stick, really.
Nope.
I don't know. Do they? But normally when them other people come, but YouTube be knowing y'all.
Yeah.
YouTube, they be watching. Them the gods. I'm gonna have to send you two famous. This girl, in fact, I had sent it to Trish. She had over 100,000 people. Know what she was doing? Her
What?
stuff was going viral. Now get this. Now I don't know where her brain was, but I'm glad she talked about it though, because other people didn't know. Because you could see underneath, she would use her same stuff and put it up a couple of times.
So
Didn't
reuse
think
content.
YouTube shut her.
Reuse content, and you gonna that
I
ain't.
guess she thought she could reuse her own content like that.
She was tripping.
I tell you. Not right now. We need to be with Betty right now. I don't know which I got lost somewhere. I hate when I get lost. It happens when it happens. Okay, was a good sauce. She said, was a good sauce. I could do a little sashimi. You just okay, Miss Thing. It's in December, D. It's December. It's getting close.
It's weird because the chat is different from the restream from the YouTube.
Oh, I never go on YouTube.
Because I see Trish put something in the restream, but I don't
Mhm.
see her comment in the YouTube comments.
Oh, okay. And then I really wanted to stream you out, but then that mean that I had to pay for restream. They
Oh,
won't let you
yeah.
stream yet because I looked first. I said, darn, because I always think about that somebody working for their watch hours. That you could. She said, I need. Oh, okay, girl. Well, honey, I am sending it out to you because I've had a lot of sad days. But you know what I find that really helps is quiet time in the morning.
hmm
Even too, Crystal, on YouTube, a lot of times I look at, I don't know what the religious part or whatever. I don't even think it has to be religious. Even stuff that starts a prayer for the day. It's just a motivational, part of it. And it goes and sinks in and it makes me feel so much better. It really, even when I started, say if the dog running around, and once I cut off that light and put something, she goes right up there and go to sleep because it changes the whole context of the room.
Mhm.
So try that, Crystal. A little quiet time in the morning. It don't have to be long because I know most of y'all work. So it don't even have to be that long. 5, 10 minutes and you good to go. And take it
Mhm.
with you is what it is. So okay, well, I'm gonna let y'all go. I am so happy you came up here with me today. I am so
I'm
happy.
glad to be here. I
Yeah,
really am.
yeah, because I didn't have really the energy to really, look around for some. I really didn't. I didn't have.
Mhm.
That's why I tell everybody they just don't know sometimes. They just do not know. But I'm telling you, other people have it worse off than you because
Mhm.
quite a few of my friends, and I'm definitely gonna let us go, take care of their parents. One of the
Mhm.
friend that I meet up every Tuesday with, her mom has Alzheimer's.
Mhm.
She got to take care. She came to live with her, and then her brother is autistic, so she got two people, and then she
Mhm.
has a teenage daughter. She's a single mom, and then my neighbor behind me, same thing, and then my best friend taking care of their parents. So I'm like, Betty, what do you have to be? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to look at that. Um,
Mhm.
that and I think it kind of puts everything in this. But feel better, Crystal, please. You can always call me on Instagram.
Yes,
You can
Crystal.
call me, I'll pick up Crystal. Ah, ah, ah. You can call me on, listen to us. So you can call us on Instagram. That's the people working next door. I hope they putting up my friends. That's all I could tell them. But okay, don't you go anywhere, Mr. Famous. And everybody, thank y'all so much. If you forgot the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs
Thumbs
up.
up.
I'm not gonna do an outro because I'm not even sure what my outro is, but we're gonna figure that out next time. So thank y'all so much for being here. And again, Rooted, thank you. His channel is pinned to the top, 4:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, y'all. He gonna
Mhm.
be on. So if you can, if you can't do it, go later on, thumbs up and look at it and give him a little bit more watch time.
Help a
But
brother
she's
out.
over 3,000 now. So
Down here.
I'm
yeah.
on the video.
Hey, pumpkin.
You say hi. Say I just woke up.
You say I ain't no
Hi.
baby.
I
Are
just
you a
woke up.
baby? Are you a baby? I know you a big boy. Daddy be calling you a baby. Miss Betty don't do that.
This is my little baby, huh?
Yeah.
Ow.
No, you're not. You're a
You're my
big
big
boy.
boy.
Thank y'all so much. And I will see y'all next Wednesday. Maybe before then, who knows? I might do a pop-up.
Uh oh.
Okay.